Hey, my friends, this is Gary Hibbs from Unleashed to Lead. And the word from the chair this week is identity. One of the big problems I think we have is a lot of times, I know it was a problem with me, is I had a false identity, a false sense of who I was, who I am. And a lot of people struggle with identity, and there's an identity crisis. Who am I? Who am I? And why am I here? My life took a dive and took a crash because I was really trying to be somebody who performed well. I worried about what other people thought. And, when you're addicted to what other people think of you, I mean, how many people are there that are around you? And if you're worried about what all of them are thinking, you're going to have an identity crisis. I mean, you're going to be a chameleon. And that's what I found myself being, is wearing a mask that would please them. And you can't please everybody. And the other thing is, what are other people thinking about you? Here's the truth. They're not. People don't go around, wake up every morning wondering about us and thinking about us. So, when our identity is based on who we think or what other people think of us, we're going to be going crazy. It's exhausting. And we will never find out who God intended us to be. So when my life took a dive, instead of trying to perform, I realized who I was in my faith that I am a child of God, accepted just as I am. It's called grace. No matter what, God loves me. And that was the first foundational block to having, instead of false identity or false identities, I realized who I am. And internally now I know I'm not perfect. I sometimes doubt that and try to perform, but I know that I'm a child of God. And then after that, once I know that, my identity is based on, what are my intentions? What do I act upon? What do I do? And that shows who we are. It's really important to have the right intentions, to try to do the right thing based on the fact that I am a child of God and in gratitude to that truth. So not only what my intentions are, because intentions by themselves are really useless, but how do I act? How do I behave, based out of that truth that I'm loved no matter what? And then I think, the last thing is, who do I hang around? That really has a big bearing on our identity and who we are. If I'm a 75, do I hang around 50s just to make myself feel good? Or do I hang around 100s so I can be more of who I should be and who I want to be? Well, you've heard it said, it was Jim Rohn, I think, who said it first, that you're like the 5 people you hang around the most. Who do you hang around? What are their characteristics? And do you aspire to be like them? So identity is a huge thing. That's the word from the chair. I hope this has given you something to think about. Remember, you're loved as a child of God when we put ourselves in his hands, no matter what. You're enough in the Lord, in God. You're enough. And then act, do your intentions, act, and hang around people who are like people you want to be. And that really shapes our identity. I hope this has been helpful. Have a great day. And again, this is Gary from Unleashed to Lead.